Is it? It's your sleepless god back with a new video of what if Midoriya was Big Chill Part 10. This is probably one of the longest running videos that I've been doing. So, and it's fucking fun, and you guys make it fun. Also, Gamer Shark. You don't have to worry, even though this has the last video had 3 likes. I won't go into detail with the makeout scenes. I won't go into detail. I'm very helpful, very thankful for you, but I won't go into detail. But let's just start the recap. Last time we left off, the A team basically figured out, hey, if we break a piece of ice off and analyze it, we can figure out other places with this ice variant, and narrow down our decision where we need to go. They did that. They figured out that this cave had this chunk of ice that people have seen and found located there near this path. So Nezu grabbed everyone and was like, hey, okay, it's time to go. We're gonna do this, but try to be as nice as possible, try to be good, and don't misuse your quirk. And he's like I'm gonna be coming on this mission, even though I didn't say it on the last video. I'm recapping this. I'm coming to the mission. It says, if anyone, I mean anyone, misuses their quirk, I'll rip out your souls. As they go into they find it, and as they surround the cave system. As last time Bob broke down the door with his fist. Now that's the over with the recap, but we're gonna back it up a couple, like an hour or two before Bob busts down the door with his fist. As Annabeth has basically been going invisible and searching around the forest, and has figured out it's like 50 pro heroes surrounding them, and they could escape easily with no problems, not even an inch of difficulty. But Annabeth has kind of figured out, if we keep on doing that, they're going to keep on searching for us. They're going to keep on going for us. So I'm going to surrender, try to get what they want, try to get what they need, and then try to escape or bounce as possible. As she goes back to the cave system, and as Percy is sleeping in the corner, as this is many makeout sessions and other things has happened, so he's very sleepy. For other personal reasons, all I'm gonna say is he's sleepy. But Annabeth basically wakes him up and says, Percy, you fucking slaps him in the face. Percy, oh, I was having a great dream. What is it, babe? What do you need? As Annabeth says, I have a plan. You're not gonna like it. As he says, do tell? What is the plan? As she's like, we're surrounded. What type of surrounded? We have 50 pro heroes basically surrounded us at all stages. We try to escape. It's not really gonna go for us well. We could fight, or we could just escape, but we're just gonna get chased. So I thought that I can surrender. You'll escape, I'll surrender. And it's like, stop. Right? Percy's like, nope, not gonna. No, not even close is what we're gonna do. That is like, and this is like, why? Why not? Give me a reason. Give me a reason why not. We should not do this. And he's like, because you have special cargo. I'm not risking that for the world. Not even for like anything else. So what I'm going to say is, I surrender. And you don't have anything special. As Percy's like, yes, I have you. You're beautiful and you're wonderful. But if I get captured, and let's say I get tortured or anything like that, there's less of an inkling that Something really bad will happen. Plus, if they're going for all this trouble, they're not going to instantly kill me. They're trying to experiment, so I'll escape. As Annabeth says, what if you don't, though? What if you don't escape? What do you just lock up there? You can't escape. Then I'll give you 5 days. If I'm not there, if I'm not back at this cave, if I'm not back at the other cave that you will go to by 5 days, you can destroy the entire city block if you must. But if I'm not, you have to give me 5 days. As Annabeth says, you could be dead, experimented, just 5 days. Annabeth, just 5 days. As Annabeth looks at him and says, you promise you won't do something stupid or do something that we will regret. As Percy stands up and kisses her, and he says, I will not leave you. Trust me, I will survive. They won't kill me. As Annabeth says, okay, but if 5 days are up and you're not back at the other cave, I will release havoc on everyone. As Percy nods his head and says yes. As she goes back to the other cave with the drill and all that stuff and the actual iron mine, as Percy stays at that cave, crisscrossed, looking at the door. As I'm gonna give you some time expectancy a little bit because I kind of forgot to give you that. They were at the cave. It took analyzing all that stuff a day and a half, and it took like another half of a day just to get all the troops back into it, and it also took another kind of day just to everyone to get situated and all that stuff. So they were there for 3 days straight. So just to give you a little bit of time expectancy how long they were in that cave for. As Bob busts down the door, as we see smoke and everything kind of clog up the area, as Nezu walks in first. Before anyone else, Nezu walks in first. As Percy is sitting down on the ground, just sitting there, crisscrossed, applesauce, put your hands in your lap. If anyone gets that reference, that's kind of funny. As Nezu looks at him and sits down, right in front of him, just says, so, let's talk. As Percy says, let's. So, the weather out there, pretty nice, isn't it? As Nezu's like, nothing with the small talk. Let's get into the details. I've never seen a mutation quirk ever turn out that way. In that visceral way. He looks over his entire body as Percy says, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. As this is like your quirk. The freeze stuff and all that stuff. Oh, quirk. I don't know what that is. As Nezu looks at him and says, I kind of want to make a deal with you. As Percy says, oh, do tell. I know there's maybe another person in this group. Last time I saw, there was 2 of you. 2? There's only me. As Nezu looks at him and says, I want to protect you guys. I want both of you to be as protected as possible, and I don't want to do any scientific experiments. I just need to ask you a couple questions, and I'll give you free reign. You can run away, and we'll protect you as much as possible, or, and I hope you choose this option. You come with us. We can have a couple questions. I can answer some of yours, and we'll give you a UA scholarship. Free reign. Free lunches, free breakfasts, free everything. Free rooms. We'll give you 2 rooms, as Percy looks at him and says, only need 1. Just 1 room, king-size bed. As he looks up and says, 1 room. Usually we don't allow that, especially because of sometimes how young you are. But because I don't know your age and the situation you have gone through, I'll allow it. As Percy looks at Ezu and says, the rule goes, and I'll be making the deal here. I'll be answering. You will not talk to the other. If there is another person, I'm not saying there is or isn't. If there is another person, you will be asking me all the questions. If she wants to answer them, she can. And Nezu says, there is a she then. As it says, don't twist my words. I didn't say there was or isn't. As Nezu smiles and says, go on. She can. If there is a she out there, she can't answer all the questions. We all live in 1 room. And full reign scholarship, 2 full reign scholarships for the entire UA thing. As Nezu looks at him and says, deal. As Nezu and Percy shakes hands, as the entire group of team is like looking at him, almost like kind of like, because none of them have seen a mutation quirk. They think it's a mutation quirk. They don't know what it is. Ever go full like this, such a full mutation. Like they've seen half mutations, like someone have bird heads, or someone has like wings, and they do stuff like that, or like Froppy's a mutation, or like a tail or something, but they've never seen a mutation like be so full like that. As Percy says, but I have to go somewhere, talk to someone first. If you want to follow me, you can. I will go slow. But the rules are, if there's a she out there, she says maybe some counter deal arguments, the input will be still there. As Nezu says, I promise with all the UA that I have, that if she wants some special needs for her, if there is a her, things, it's allowed. Also, we need lots of metal, as much metal as you have. As he says, our science division already made a cross-ish identity from metal, realizing that you have been eating metal supplies. As Percy says, smart. So, let's grab her. As Percy flies away and goes into the cave. And this is where we're ending it off. I hope you guys liked it. Subscribe, like down below, and peace. See you guys later.